Hey guys, and welcome to 31 Days of Vlogging with Louisiana Bride. Today I'm showing you 5 ways that I fight acne or treat acne breakouts without acne medication. Now, today I'm not talking about blackheads. This is mostly whiteheads and those under the skin, like oily nodules, I think is what they're called, that come up and are really hard to treat. So, treatment number 1, tea tree oil. Once you kind of pop it, put tea tree oil on it. It will fight the bacteria in it. I wish I had some on me, but I ran out and I need to order some more. It's one of my favorites. It will kills it really, really quick. Number 2 is Calamine lotion. This will dry it up. So right now I have one, or is it on my chin that's kind of going away, and then one that just came up, and these are like hormonal acne situations. It's interesting because I did not have this as a teenager. This has all come up as an adult with pregnancy and breastfeeding, and or just stress in general will cause it. But it's funny that I have them now. So the Calamine lotion I'm actually using is the Walgreens brand, and it says clear lotion, Calahis. This is the external analgesic skin protectant. This is drying. It's the same stuff that you use on poison ivy. The active ingredient in this is pramoxine and zinc acetate. Let's see, can we get that on there? Where's the camera? Nope, it's not gonna make it so you can read it. Anyway, clear Calahist, and I'll put that on something to dry it up. Another way to dry it up is also a great skin primer. If you have oily skin, I wouldn't use this every single day, but I'd use it every once in a while, and I definitely would use it for special events, because it is the best primer. But it also, the same way it works as a medication, is how it works on your acne, and that is Phillips milk of magnesia. And you don't get the flavored ones. You just want plain milk of magnesia, sugar-free. You don't want all that on your face. So what you do with this is shake it up, get a dab, and just dab it on there. I'm like getting powder from this everywhere. Anyway, just dab it onto the acne before you put on your makeup. I use this before makeup more often than I use this. This one I'll use at night before I go to bed if I want to put something drying on something, but this is what I'll use before makeup because it does work as a really good makeup primer. Now, if you were going to use it as a makeup primer, do not put it in your eyes. This is more of a T-zone makeup primer. It will, it's powdery enough that it'll kind of cover up and fill in pores as well as dry up any acne. So it does well on nodules and whiteheads. Let's see. This is my hands down favorite acne tip of all. You can probably hear the baby in the background. But it came from something, because Korean products are like all the rage. Look at his silly little self with his monster butt. Okay, so Korean products and their beauty stuff is all the rage. That's how we ended up with BB cream back in 2011, which is the holy grail of makeup stuff. I've actually never worn a foundation, except for, I take that back, Miss Vidalia pageant 2004 and a photo shoot that I did that I had my makeup done for it, and I think she probably put foundation on me for that. But as far as applying my own makeup, I've only ever used BB and CC cream. But in the land of Korean products, they have these little patches that you can put on a zit, and it'll soak up all the stuff from inside the zit. And I Googled and Googled and Googled to figure out what this was, because you can't buy it in America. It's only sold in Korea. And it's actually like a little dot, stick it on there, you're good to go. But what it is, and it's made by Johnson & Johnson, don't explain to me, Johnson & Johnson, why it is you will not sell this here to us. We need it. So what it is a hydrocolloid adhesive. What is he doing? He's got a blanket. A hydrocolloid adhesive pad. And let me put it up. I wish I had the box. I recently threw the box away. I'll link to all these. They're not affiliate links, so don't worry about that. So this is how it looks. When you get it out, it comes as a bandage because it promotes healing. So this is half the bandage. I've kind of used a lot of it. So what you do is I usually trim off all the thin bits over here. See how close we can get so you can see it. And then that's the back. And then I just cut off little squares because it would be wasteful to try to cut circles like the original. So I cut off a square that's big enough to go over the zit. I pop it on there, and I go to bed with it like that at night, but only after like popping the zit so that I know that the pore is open and it'll like suck things out. So if you have a whitehead or a really greasy nodule, this will, and then there's the dog, this will suck as much of it out. Now you might have to do it sometimes more than one night in a row if it's a really bad breakout, but this is amazing if you don't want to have to use medication. And it also, since it's sterile and it promotes healing of like wounds, that's what it was originally used for. The hydrocolloid is like for wound healing and like scraped knees. So it helps rebuild all that. What you doing? Next up, while we're still on the pimples, I'll wait to get to that last, but next on the pimples is, and I know I've talked about it before, but the what is it? What is her name? I can't think of it. Dr. Pimple Popper. The YouTube channel, Dr. Pimple Popper, has the hands down best extractor I have ever used. And I've used several extractors in my lifetime. I think I've been using an extractor since like high school when one of my cousins said she went to a dermatologist and they used one on her. And I was like, gotta have it. So, I kid you not, I'm obsessed with this. This is the best product ever. It's worth the $20 that I did not spend on it. Go get yourself one. And last but not least, tea tree oil I find does heal the skin, but not nearly as fast as vitamin E. And I wish my package didn't look like the oil had got to it, but it is what it is. So I not only put this just on my acne to heal it faster, I put it all over my face at night before I go to bed just to kind of heal whatever, because my skin's kind of in a crazy place at the moment, and I think it just has to do with stress and the fact that we quit breastfeeding about 2 months ago. So vitamin E oil to help heal the acne afterwards. And then I have one more random skin tip, and I'll drag this out. It's not really acne related, but Clinique came out with this when I was in high school. Me and my grandmother were like diehard Clinique fans. And I still am. I still love some Clinique stuff. Anyway, so they came out with this product, and we got a sample of it, but we never bought the real thing because we quickly figured out a dupe for it. And I don't even think they sell it anymore. But it is Scotch Tape. So here's what I do with Scotch Tape. If you have, like, I know sometimes, like, I blow my nose a ton. I have bad allergies. So I'll get, like, the really, like, scaly skin around my nose, or, like, a zit will have healed, but then there's, like, scaly patches around it. What you do, get yourself a piece of, my thing's doing something crazy. Mama, what? Wait a second. Go see Daddy. So, what you do, Jeremy,
hey, buddy,
is get yourself a piece of Scotch tape. Can't talk anymore. They distracted me. You get yourself a piece of Scotch tape, put it on whatever the dry skin is, and just rip it off. And you might have to do it a few times until you get all the dry skin. I use this a lot in like heavy blackhead areas, like my nose. Sometimes I'll just like use it to get all that off. But I love Scotch Tape. This is like my secret, because sometimes just exfoliating with baking soda or like another exfoliator isn't going to get all that skin off, and rubbing with a washcloth is not going to get the skin off. Scotch Tape is your bestie, and I promise other brands do not work nearly as well as Scotch brand Scotch Tape. Use that. So there you go. Those are my 5 tips for how to heal and fight acne without acne medication, and my one random tip of using Scotch Tape to get rid of dead skin. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.